AI is real and it's not going away. Just like social media replaced newspapers and billboards and Netflix replaced cable, AI will change and replace millions of jobs, including yours, unless you learn 6 important skills.
Nobody handed me a title. I just became the person who knew the tools.
Want them to. And that's the point. Being the AI person is relative. It doesn't mean that you're the best AI engineer in the world or that you understand every single AI model and the architecture behind it. You guys probably think of me as an AI person, but in reality, I feel overwhelmed every single day by how much I still don't know. But just remind yourself it's all relative. It just means that inside of your circle, you know more than the other people.
It started as a hobby. Late nights poking at one AI tool, building tiny things. Then one day I showed a coworker and everything shifted. Suddenly, I was the name people said in meetings.
And that matters way more than you might think. I've seen this happen over and over in my communities. People start picking up AI almost like a hobby. So they're playing with Claude. Maybe they're testing out codecs. Maybe they're messing around with Google VO3, building little tools or little AI side projects, automating parts of their job, just running a bunch of experiments. And then what happens is they start showing people, and that's...
But here's what nobody warned me about. The next skill is where most beginners quietly mess up.
So how do you actually build this skill? First, you should study the best work in your field. If you're in sales, study great sales emails. If you're in marketing, study great landing pages. Next, start saving examples. So build a library of stuff that you actually like and stuff that sounds like you. And when something's good, don't just say, cool, that's good, and just copy and paste it somewhere else. Ask it why. Ask what made it good, and ask what makes it clear, and ask what makes it trustworthy.
The output looked clean, so I shipped it. But it didn't sound like me, and people noticed. So I started saving work I loved and asking why it was good. Slowly, I trained the AI to match my taste.
And tell it why you think it's good and tell it what you like about it. Third, every time you correct AI, you feed that correction back into the system. So the feedback loop is for good things, but also for bad things. If AI writes something and you change 5 things, say, hey, here are 5 things that I changed. Here's why. Update your instructions so that next time it's closer. And that's how you actually train the system to better understand your taste. Because at the end of the day, AI can generate the work.
But taste only works if the AI actually knows you. And that's where most people skip a step.
Actually start that? Well, the simplest move, stop opening Claude or ChatGPT in a blank chat. Instead, spin up a custom GPT or spin up a Claude project and feed it real context from whatever you're working on.
Then it clicked. I was treating a genius like a stranger. So I built a project and fed it everything. My goals, my past work, even the stuff that flopped. Suddenly the answer stopped sounding like everyone else's.
So say you're running a marketing campaign for a new product launch. Don't just open up a fresh chat every time you need help with ideas. Spin up a project. Drop in documents with your product details, your marketing calendar. Add copy that's worked well in the past. Add copy that's flopped in the past. Now the AI is actually working with that context, not generic best practices.
But great context is useless if you only try once. And that almost stopped me cold.
Is like you're teaching a kid to ride a bike. You can't just chuck a kid on a bike and say have fun and expect them to go ride a mile. That's not how it works. You would put them on the bike, you'd maybe put one hand on their back, you'd hold the handle, and you'd start walking with them.
It never worked. Then I remember teaching my little cousin to ride a bike. Wobble, fall, adjust, go again. So I started building the ugly version fast and fixing it as I went. That's when things finally clicked.
You would feel if they were leaning left and correct them. You'd say, hey, shift your weight over to the right a little bit. You're helping them calibrate. And after each run up and down the driveway, you continue to calibrate. You continue to iterate and adjust. And the more time that that kid spends on the bike with your guidance, the more that you can start to slowly let go. And eventually, you take off the training wheels. And one day, you give them a little push and they just ride and they're pedaling and they are doing great.
But moving fast still meant I was the one pushing the button until I found a smarter way.
Building your own Jarvis. So you guys have seen Iron Man, right? Tony Stark doesn't sit at his computer typing prompts into Jarvis all day. Jarvis is already always there. He runs in the background and he notices things and he pings Tony when something needs attention. He'll even kick off tasks before Tony even asks. Now, this is different from skill 3. Context engineering was about teaching your AI what you know.
I'd seen Iron Man 100 times, but it finally hit me. Jarvis never waits to be asked. So I set up little systems that quietly run in the background. Now things get done while I'm on a walk or taking a nap.
Skill number 5 is about teaching your AI to act on what it knows without you having to be the trigger. So here's the way I think about this. Imagine you build an automation that only runs when you explicitly fire it off.
Quick pause here. If what I'm sharing is making sense and you're thinking, okay, but how does this actually work in a real system? I've put together a free training that walks through the exact structure and process we use. It's not theory, it's a behind-the-scenes walkthrough of how the system is set up, how the pieces fit together, and how most of the heavy lifting is already handled, so you're not starting from zero. If you want to see how it's structured and decide for yourself if it's a good fit, the link is in the description. All right, let's jump back in.
That's great. It's going to make you a lot more productive, but if you're not around to trigger it, nothing happens. Now imagine you build a system that fires on its own while you're in a meeting, while you're on a walk, while you're taking a nap on the beach. That's real leverage. So the move here is to do an audit of your day.
But all this freedom led me to one last idea that changed everything.
And this new model that I'm talking about that I see emerging is job stacking. Your day job plus a couple of AI-powered side income streams. I've already seen a ton of people running multiple remote jobs, part-time gigs, side projects, and stacking that all to equal way more income than they'd ever make at just one full-time job.
So instead of chasing 5 random directions, I picked one passion and grew branches off it. A bit of writing here, a small project there, all from the same root. The trick was starting with one and going hard before branching out.
I'm not saying that every one of you guys should just go quit your full-time job and do this. I'm saying that it's already happening and it's about to become way more common because AI lets one person do work that used to take a team of 5. Now, the thing I want to hammer home here, you don't have to stack 5 income streams in completely different domains. That's how people end up burnt out and broke. The better version is one passion with multiple branches.
And once you've got even one branch growing, you start to see just how much is actually possible. Whether you like this video or not, really hit the like button. You know why? Because I gave you the exact training for free that our paid members get. This video is going to be in the members area for the paid members, and you got it for free. So yes, don't you think I deserve a like? Go ahead, like it, share with your friends and family, subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Make sure you switch on the notification bell button, and of course, ask your friends and family to subscribe and switch on the notification bell button. It's very important for us because we have a goal of getting 10,000 subscribers in next 3 months. And the only way we can do that is when you hit the subscribe button. Go ahead, do it. And for more money techniques, watch these videos and we will see you on the next one.